we do create, we all do create. Through our experiences, we create our own reality. We actualize what we realize. And that's the basis, that concept. Realize to actualize, the basic awareness out of that. That philosophy, the way of thinking. It's really a matter of not just thinking or not thinking. It's a matter of beginning to develop thoughts, which are all energy. It's all about energy. We all stimulate each other in certain ways. We stimulate anger and hatred, as we also stimulate love and sweetness and kindness. It's all about what we feed off on. That's the key. What we feed off on. What we see creates our reality. And that's again the point of realize to actualize. Think about that. And really start not just think about that, really start thinking about thinking. It's very different from thinking you. Your programmed way of thinking and reacting without thinking. It's really way beyond that. It's really about becoming aware of when you fall into those patterns, which we all have, where we act and react without thinking. So just think about it. But don't overthink it. Think it, because it also can be a problem. When we get stuck in our thoughts, all we do is think and think and think. But yeah, the new consciousness is about that, putting that awareness into practice. And not just think about it, and through this gain new realizations, so just really learn something new and really learn about others, and so just really going beyond the old patterns and the negativity and the deep down resentment and anger and regret and whatever we carry around, and the guilt and all that stuff, all the piss and the shit, and we all go through, the suffering, which is very real in this world, which is basically what the Jesus experience is about. And then it's really about time to take that cross, that burden off of our shoulders, to reclaim our divinity, our humanity, our spirituality, our spiritual essence, which is love. Very, very simply put. That's kind of what we do here, I say, realize to actualize. To making these we're trying to make these complex issues very, very simple and very practical, so you really cannot just understand that, you can do something with that. So just take a moment, to really think about what you think about, and really learn to become, in practice, really become your own observer, to observe yourself. And how will you react? You uncover your own patterns, your own dysfunctionality, your irrational behavior, your hang-ups, your darkness, your fears, all of that. Only if you see those and face those and then work through those, only then can you fully embrace love. And give love and receive love without fear. Because that's how we grew up, in fear. It's all around. It's on TV, it's in the newspaper, we hear from our friends, from our parents, from our teachers, from our government leaders, everywhere. And we grow up with that. Not only we hear it, we see it, we experience it. As we are told to be a certain way, and then we witness our parents and their patterns. And we're just little children. There's nothing we can do. Nothing we can do. We're so vulnerable and so precious. So beautiful, so pure, so innocent. And it's just then how we become, how we evolve. And that's also the point of the conscious evolution, the revolution, the new evolution, beginning with an evolution from within, to begin on that process. And in order to begin on that process, it's really important to take an inventory and to ask yourself, okay, what do I know? What have I really learned? What do I think about? And it's a very personal thing. It's a communal thing, and the community of mankind Humankind, human solidarity, oneness, the new consciousness beyond the fight of the us versus them and those who oppress us and our oppressors. It's really about understanding about how we well created that and how we then have become our own oppressors. Or in other words, in more plain English, we all have been fucked with. And then we tend to fuck with one another and we all look for what we want. We don't really give a shit about anything, you know, other than what we want, you know. We just fuck around. It's a one big fuck fest, you know.
Hey, get my setup,
Comes
man.
that, you know.
Should have let him take it in the first place.
And to really get some, not just like in a sexual regard, money, success, happiness, we're trying to get some. Entertainment, all this stuff. All this stuff. And we become this product then. Which is really so interesting, you know, the name of this street here, the main street, one of the main streets in San Francisco. It points to, again, the root of the problem. Why we human beings are just to become these products. And we're just struggling to survive, and there's all this suffering, and those who take advantage are blinded by greed and just power over others. It's this. Slowly zooming in here. It's that market. Beyond market. And in this world it has become a market. And it's all about supply and demand. It's about what people want. You know? And the needs we fabricate in society. Just create all this stuff. There's something for everyone. You know, in terms also of lifestyle, be it goth or Buddhist or Hare Krishna or atheist or Satan worshipper. Whatever it is, there's something for everybody. And we consider this to be our freedom. Really, do you see how lost we are?